This is the podcast. Excellent decision. So pumped that you're here. And I felt like we started the week at a pretty positive space.
Yeah, I think we were up and about. And do you know why? Because the Adelaide Thunderbirds had a win on the weekend.
It's quite amazing. And it's something that I've recently learnt that you can base your entire mood.
Yep.
A lot of people say, I know whether the Crows win or whether Port Adelaide win. But for you, it's the Thunderbirds.
It's the Thunderbirds. Yep. Yeah. It's the real barometer for how my week's going to go. And this week's going to be a cracker because we looked good.
Yeah. I mean, let's go T-Birds against the Swifts at home this weekend.
Oh, how did you know that?
Look at that. It's not my research.
That's amazing. And do you know what's really sad? I'll be away. I can't even go to the first home game of the season. Shattered.
I'm so sorry. I'll go for you.
Could you?
Yes, absolutely. I'll be there.
Thank you.
I'll take producer Sean too. He's looking forward to it. Judge Jodie returned this morning as well.
Yes. We had a real moral dilemma this week. So someone's best... Hang on. I keep messing this up. I keep messing it up.
It's a little bit complicated.
Okay, so it's a boy. His sister is dating one of his best friends and he doesn't feel good about it.
Yep.
Does he have the right?
That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
The judge got the gavel out.
Yep.
Ask Us Anything returned as well. There's some interesting questions, including one about what you would change physically about your partner.
Well, I know. I didn't like that one because I love my partner. He's beautiful.
Yeah, but his nose is gross.
Oh, no.
That's what you said.
I didn't say that.
Gosh.
I said
professionally.
It's been broken a lot.
It was like,
playing ice hockey.
If his nose was a finger, it's like, what are you pointing at?
Is it left? Is it right?
Yeah.
Who's to say?
I got sprung naked again.
God, I'm starting to think that you might love it.
Oh my gosh, these clothes are itching me. Get them off.
Hey, I'm going to get them off and then I'm going to go out in my front yard. I mean, who doesn't?
Whoops. Caught again. It's Jodie and Hayesy.
All right, we need everyone to get involved this morning. 13 24 10. When have you been sprung naked? Because Andrew Hayes, you had an incident on the weekend.
Yeah, there was. And who would have thought that it wasn't on Thursday night when the drinks were flowing? Responsibly, of course.
Of course they were.
It was in the beautiful tranquility of my own house.
Right.
So sometimes, and I no doubt you've been in the same situation, Joe, where you just get so comfortable in your own environment that you forget that you're completely naked. Do you ever get that?
No.
And you're so sort of comfortable being naked around all your other family members that it kind of, I don't know, translates into what your happenings and doings outside.
Hold up.
Yes? Is that just me? Hello?
So you're naked around your children?
Yeah.
What?
My kids are 4 and 2.
What? No.
No?
No.
Oh.
That's weird.
That's weird from you, producer Zoe, because you don't have kids. Thank you for your support.
That's odd.
Is it?
Do they reference the fact that Daddy's nudie Rudy?
No, it's not like I'm actively getting about the place. But what I like to do is put the shower on, and as soon as I put the shower on, and when I'm waiting for it to warm up,
that's your cue, mate.
No, that reminds me to go do the things I need to do. So 5 minutes later, I'll eventually get in the shower, and in that time, I'm naked, cruising around the place.
Yeah, right.
So Henry ran out the front of the house at one stage, and I'm completely naked, completely forgot. And then I think I went out there, and I know for a fact that I was completely naked, because as I'm going out there, I've got Cara in my ear going, "You're naked, by the way." To which I had to go right out the front and fetch something that Henry was playing with, and then he was so I had to go get him and to get something that he left on the front lawn completely naked. I thought, I'm taking a bit of a punt here.
Yep.
I'm really taking a bit of a punt here.
But that's what I like about you.
Oh,
you don't mind
got to
risks.
take risks.
Yes.
You've got to risk it to get the biscuit. It's our motto, isn't it?
Isn't it? It is now.
So what I think happened was, in fact, I know that it completely happened. When I went out the front and turned back around, I looked back over my left shoulder and the neighbours across the street definitely saw me.
Did they?
And definitely saw everything that happened.
Right.
So 13 24 10, when has someone seen you naked that they shouldn't have? I know you've got a few stories in this department.
I have been sprung naked. There's no question about that. What about your neighbours? Can we just go back for 1 second? Did they happen to whip out a mobile phone?
No, they didn't.
And if so, I know producer Sean really wants to see the footage.
I do know, though, as well, that when we were going back inside, and Henry, bless him, said, "Daddy, did the neighbours see your doodle?" I said, "Yeah, I think they did, mate." And I was wondering, if they're Nova listeners, there's no doubt in the world that they'll be sitting there going, why does he keep calling himself horse? More like pony.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Helen from Andrew's Farm. Good morning.
Good morning,
then you're not going to believe what happened to me. It was my mum who caught me. I was staying at her house.
Yeah.
And I parked myself. It was a hot night. And we decided to go downstairs for a swim because she's got this beautiful pool and it was a lovely night. So we decided to go down. Well, you're not going to have your bathers on, are you? So we didn't put the lights on in the pool. So we didn't have our bathers or anything on us. And Mum got up for a glass of water. And it was midnight, right? So you wouldn't expect this old lady to be popping up at midnight. But no, she decides to get up. Oh, Helen's having a swim. She doesn't know how to turn the lights on. All of a sudden, spotties on the pool. Like there's these 4 spotlights. And I'm there, Ma, just turn the lights off. Oh, no, it's dangerous. You can't swim without the lights on. I'm like, Ma, we don't have clothes on. Turn off the lights.
Goodness, Helen.
That's outstanding.
Goodness me. She's definitely in the running for first class and 50K. Oh,
Mandy, good morning to you.
Oh, good morning. How are you both?
we're really well, thanks, Mandy.
I think mine tops off that one.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Well, my husband and I, a very long time ago, decided to have a few tequilas.
Yeah.
Needless to say, the next morning we woke up with our heads in pizza boxes, starkers, with lemons all over the lounge room. And we're just like, oh, my God, who ordered the pizza? Who answered the door? Who paid for it?
Oh, my God. So did you get your pizza naked?
We don't know. We still to this day, it was 20 years ago, have no clue.
You
and
definitely did.
Like, oh, my God, the poor, because it was the days and you had to pay cash for it, and they came to the door.
Okay, and I'm just presuming here the lemons are from the tequila, right? That's why you got lemons all over you.
There was lemons and salt and all sorts of stuff all over the house, and we're like, oh, my God, who answered the door? Little starkers.
I bet you as well, Mandy, that instead of a tip, the pizza boy got that. He would have been more than satisfied, I think, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping it was the boy.
Yeah, that's true. Been a boy. Should we wrap this up with a really, really special guest?
Yeah, go on.
Bindi, who is producer Zoe's mum. Good morning.
Yes, get in here, Zoe.
Good morning.
Morning. Okay, I'm hoping this is a story about your new daughter, is it?
No, it's a story about me with my daughter. Poor Zoe. I horrified her when she was at that tender age of being a little bit awkward, being seen out in public with your mum. I took her to the Fringe.
Yeah.
We went and saw a show, and I was pretty excited that we were front and centre of this show.
Yeah.
The solo guy started pointing, saying, come up here, and I was refusing. So I was going, Mum, just go. You're holding up the show, but I wouldn't. So he came, picked me up, threw me over his shoulder, and I was left dangling upside down with my skirt around my waist in a D-bank.
Yes.
When he finally put me back on the ground and I adjusted myself, I looked up just to see Zoe's horrified face.
And did Zoe try and reenact that at the Christmas party one year?
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. I just got valuable info. This is so juicy.
Jodies Juice.
Let's start the juice with a bit of maths drams this morning. Duncan has expressed to his wife Alyssa last night during the final commitment ceremony that he's been feeling a little bit upset and he'd been crying following their recent troubles. However, viewers were appalled when instead of comforting him, she managed to turn the situation around to make it about herself. Have a listen.
I felt a bit pretty broken, actually. I was crying, yeah.
You never told me that.
It just sort of happened.
You didn't say that you were that upset. Hearing for the first time that you were crying, that's a big emotion to not share with me.
Alisa, if I may interject, he's telling you now.
He's telling you.
I love it. What's that sexologist's name again? I love her. Alessandra. Alessandra.
Yes.
Elisa, if I may interject.
He's telling you now.
He's telling you now.
Well, keep on talking, Alessandra. It's just fantastic. It's very therapeutic.
It is. We all feel soothed, don't we?
Do you all think of this when you think of Duncan?
I love to have a beer with Duncan. I love to have a beer with
Duncan. Or is it just me?
Oh, my grandpa used to sing that to me, and now you've made me sad. Thanks for that.
Oh, well, carry on.
Former US President Donald Trump said he expects to be arrested tomorrow over an alleged hush money payment to a porn star back in 2016. And he urged his supporters to protest. He's come out and said, protest, take our nation back. So he So this is what went down. So apparently they had an affair. He had an affair with Stormy Daniels. She was paid $194,000 to keep quiet over the affair.
Why? 194,000. What a strange number.
Isn't it?
Couldn't round it up to 2?
Yeah.
194.
What do you mean? 200?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know how they work things out.
Yeah, I'm not
How do
sure.
they work out hush money? Who's to say?
Minor details.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the only reason we're talking about Donald Trump. It's a thinly veiled excuse to play this audio of him introducing the most famous cricketer in India. Have a listen.
Let's go back to what, 2020? Yeah. At a rally in India?
Sachin Tendulkar.
I believe he's trying to say Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar.
And then he had a nice little go for Virat as well.
Virat Kohli.
That was his best moment.
Yes.
In all of his time, that was his absolute prime moment.
Go on, one more time.
Okay, here we go.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff.
Good. Okay. Let's talk about legendary party boy Corey Worthington. He's back in the spotlight after being charged over a savage assault. So he's 31 now. Doesn't that make you feel old?
Wow. I mean, I felt like we grew up with Corey Worthington.
I feel like we did. Some of the best moments of our childhood were spent watching Corey Worthington. So he was charged by Crime Investigation Unit detectives with a charge of intentionally causing injury and set to face Geelong Magistrates Court in May. He could face up to 10 years in jail. But let's go back to when he became famous, when he threw an out-of-control party when his parents were away overseas. But the best part of this is when he appeared on A Current Affair. I reckon it's Layla McKinnon, I'm going to say, with a stupid floral hat and yellow sunglasses on. Have a listen.
Take off those glasses and apologise to everybody that you frightened, to the police who were forced to retreat and whose cars have been damaged, and to the community who've had to pay for this.
I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses.
Why not?
Because they're famous.
Because your glasses are famous.
Yeah,
Why are your glasses famous?
I know. Everyone likes them, so I know. I'm not taking them off.
You're pretty happy with the way you look and the attitude you've got, are you?
Yeah, my parents aren't, but I am.
And we immediately fell in love with Corey.
Oh, my God.
And we thought, this young man,
He's going places.
he's special.
Well, he's not. He might be going to jail now. But the thing I love about that audio is the absolute disdain and disgust in Layla's voice when she's addressing. She's like, everyone's mum everywhere when their children have disappointed them.
Yeah, exactly
Good on you,
right.
Layla.
Yeah. Also this.
Sachin Tendulkar.
For holiday accommodation more comfy than your cozies, jump on the What If app.
With hotels, holiday rentals, holiday parks and more, find the perfect fit for holiday you.
Book your getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
How was your weekend?
Yeah, it's good, thanks.
Solid?
Yeah, it was good.
Got through?
Got through. Had a ball on Friday night.
Oh, you literally went to a ball.
I didn't
I
just
thought you
have
were
a good
saying,
time.
oh man, I had such a ball on Friday night.
Had the ANZ ball, charity ball, which was really beautiful.
Yeah, how'd you go?
Jeez, I look good.
How'd you Oh, you cut me up. Cut me off. I was just about to say that.
No, you weren't about to say that.
I'm not good at reading those cues.
This is the problem. You weren't about to say how lovely I looked on Instagram on the weekend, so I just thought I'd say it myself.
Some of these things just sort of roll off the top, and some of these things men as a species don't really notice. Because for me, it's not about aesthetics. I just see you as a person.
Do you?
So I see your beautiful personality.
Is that what happens? Can I just,
Listen to me talking absolute drivel.
can I say one thing? If a woman ever gets dressed up for a ball, particularly on a Friday night, which is a difficult thing to do when you're tired and you just want to go home, put your comfies on and watch the football. If a woman ever gets dressed up for a ball, it is obligatory that you say she looks nice.
It feels like you're taking something out on me instead of Greg.
No.
Did Greg forget to give you a compliment?
No. Oh, Jesus. You like
Medic.
that, producer Sean?
Medic to the studio.
Are you having a fit? No, that was just hilarious. Oh, God. Okay. No? He complimented me.
Yeah.
It's just my work husband that needs to do some work. That's fine.
All right, that's all right.
don't
Missed
care.
out. Not a big one for commenting on social media. I had a really quiet weekend. Really quiet, particularly after Thursday night. Things just sort of got... We really celebrated Topic being in South Australia, didn't we? We really went hard.
Yes.
Didn't get to
I
see
think
Topic after the show, unfortunately.
No, I think he'd like to be here, though, just from the scenes, behind the stage before we went on. I think he was happy to be here.
When he smashed play on that thing. It was really good. And then on Friday, Friday afternoon, maybe even Friday night when I got home, and I was like, oh, geez, I really need to put in here and just regroup and get myself back on the straight and narrow. And then I got the half sort of little lecture from my beautiful wife.
Oh, it was coming. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Because I reckon there's been 3 occasions now where you've very quietly said to me, okay, that's it. That's it now. No, I've had enough. I'm not going out anymore. I can't. I'm done. And on 3 separate occasions, I've said, okay, well, you've said that before. So.
Yes. So the first, and then last weekend.
So Kara's taken up the mantle and said, hey, what's going on?
And it's ever, it's serious when it's not, really loud and yelling and things like that. It was a, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? What do you mean? So that's 2 monster nights you've had in the space of 4 days.
I'd argue 3, Cara, actually.
Yeah. So last weekend it was a football reunion. So that was on the calendar for a long time coming. But then also, and I try to explain this to Cara, it was topic.
Yeah.
Topic.
What's a guy to do?
What's a guy to do?
If a German DJ's in town, don't expect me home before 4 a.m.
Yeah,
That's
exactly
the issue.
Right. So potentially I'm in trouble.
Oh, you'll be okay. You'll straighten up.
Will I?
Yeah, I think so.
Have we got anything coming up?
I think that's it now. I've got my school reunion on next Saturday night on the Gold Coast. And
15-year school reunion,
15 years, yes. And I was going to take the family, but now the flights are so expensive, I'm flying solo. What could possibly go wrong?
No, you'll be completely fine.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
Well, welcome to Monday. What a solid weekend you had. Now it's time just to take your green juice or your smoothie or whatever it is. And if you physically can't do it, well, maybe this will freshen you up. A little trip down memory lane.
As my very hungover sister-in-law said the other day when we went to get a smoothie after she'd had a couple, she said there were 3 different smoothies. There was like Detox, Energize and Revitalize. She goes, just roll all of those things into one for me, can you?
How'd she go?
Yeah, and then she went and got a pie from the bakery.
Yeah, good. Which also gives you that little energy hit that you crave.
Yes.
20th of March, let's go back to 1960. Elvis Presley recorded Stuck on You. It was Presley's first hit single after his 2-year army stint.
Stick because I'm stuck on you.
Can you think of someone who had more, across the whole journey, more sex appeal? It was Elvis.
No.
Yes.
Not towards the end.
Well, not towards the end, because everyone gets old and a bit...
Well, you just said across the journey.
Across the journey in terms of comparing artists from even now, any era.
Yeah.
Could Elvis be at the top?
I reckon Harry Styles would give him a run.
Yeah, he moves well. David Bowie. No?
No.
Not David Bowie?
No.
Okay. Eminem. A good rapper, though.
Yeah.
1969, John Lennon married his second wife, Yoko Ono.
Oh, how'd that go?
Wasn't she a handful? Can we say that?
Hey, Yoko, do you want to meet the other members of the band? Wouldn't have thought.
Yoko says no. 1973, the voting age was lowered in Australia from 21 to 18. Now, the reason that I hear this and think, why did you do this? Obviously, you want more votes, but when I look back at my 18-year-old self, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, such an idiot.
Just as an 18-year-old.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't work it out to the age of 35, I reckon.
Right.
Yeah. So, from now on, men shouldn't be allowed to vote until the age of 35. 2007, Ben Cousins, of course, famous AFL player, was suspended indefinitely by the West Coast Eagles. One of the biggest football stories of our generation.
Have you ever read his autobiography?
Yes, I have.
Astonishing, isn't it? How he factored his whole football career around drugs, essentially. Like, if he knew he was playing somewhere on a Friday night, then he'd tee it all up for the Saturday and know that he had X many days to get it out of his system.
What about it was either in the documentary or the book, he said that he had been doing illicit things on the weekend. Drug testers turned up, so on the Monday, he went to the swimming pool and said, look, I'm just going to do a session first. He swam something like 20 laps in a 50-metre pool. In between each lap, he drank a 600ml bottle of water. Passed the test.
Wow.
Unbelievable stuff. Like, it's fascinating and extremely sad at the same time.
Yeah.
2018, Ringo Starr was knighted for his services to music. He was bestowed the honour by Prince William. I don't want to rag on Ringo, but I'm guessing he was the last to get the honour.
Oh,
Ringo. Poor little Ringo.
poor little Ringo.
I say poor little Ringo. Absolute multi-millionaire.
Yes.
And I'm not even worthy of just jumping into his shadow.
No, in one of the biggest bands ever on the planet. But you played Sunday afternoons at the Lion, so you know.
That is so true. That's such a good, solid comparison. The number one song on March 20 in 2000 was Say My Name by Destiny's Child.
My name.
And you thought these girls got some potential? Especially that one that's her name starts with B. What's her name again?
Say my name. No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game.
Judge Jody.
How was the Judges' weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was solid. She was sensible on the weekend, the judge.
She always
She
is.
knew she had important matters to deal with this morning. Dear Judge Jodie, firstly, let me say that this is mine and my girlfriend's favourite segment each week. I love that for you. My best mate has just told me that he's seeing my younger sister in secret for 3 months and is now serious about her. Is that weird? He's talked about moving in with her and even said that he thinks my sister might be the one. Do I have the right to be mad about this secret, or should I embrace it and be excited that my mate is going to be officially part of the family? Cheers, Jed from Wattle Park. Ooh.
On your Jed.
I wonder how the sister feels, whether it's reciprocated or not.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because there's the dishonesty part of it, which would trigger me.
Yeah.
But also, if it's your best mate, look, let's just say I have a couple of mates who I'm very close with, and I don't want them anywhere near my sister. And I mean that so unbelievably professionally because you know their habits, you know if they're going to be a good partner or not, don't you?
Right. So what are you trying to say here, that you don't think your mates would make good partners?
Oh, some of my mates would make really good partners, but they shouldn't have to hide it for that long, should they?
3 months doesn't seem too long, though. And they're probably just finding their feet and working out if it was going to go somewhere, you know?
Okay, 3 months. I think you can work things out pretty quickly. But
Greggy and I did that. We kept it secret because we worked together and we didn't want anyone to know, because then we were like, well, if it doesn't work out, then it's going to be awkward and embarrassing for everyone concerned. So that's why we kept it a secret.
yeah, but
Maybe
your
that's
best
the same.
friend isn't Greg's sister. So where's it more dishonest from? The sister or the best mate?
Abby, can you work out what he's saying? Because I sure as hell can't.
Love is love is all I have to say. I wouldn't say anything either. I'd keep it a secret for the first few months just to make sure it's like
Thank you.
good to go. And then
Yeah.
if like, yep, I'm really serious about her and I think she's the one, then you tell him.
Yeah. Geez, you're
Okay.
big on honesty, aren't you?
I've always been big on communication. I just feel like...
Oh, but you're so bad at it.
I know.
But Hayesy, what's the point in saying something and then literally a week later you go, nah, this isn't going to work, and it all falls to the wayside, and then the brother's like, well, has lost his crap about nothing.
Yeah, but if you keep it a secret, are you saying that you could have kept it secret and they wouldn't find out anyway?
Well, yeah, you could have. If it doesn't work out, then well, who needs to know?
I don't know what's going on here.
But eventually
is
they'd
he
find
making
out.
any sense at all?
But eventually they'd find out.
Eventually they would, and you could go, oh yeah, look, you know, back in the day I saw your sister for a few weeks. But if it's only gonna be a few weeks and it's not actually anything serious, then don't say anything.
Okay.
I think producer Zoe's going to weigh in on this one. What
we
have
go.
you got to say, little one?
Zoe, so young in years, but so wise with her words.
I'm on Team Hayesy, 100%.
Yes.
Are you?
100%.
Go off, young queen.
Because then you question everything about your relationship in terms of the friendship.
Right.
Have you been coming over and just secretly seeing my sibling instead of me? for
Yeah.
Dating and dishonesty. And then it's awkward. And I'm on Team Hayesy.
Exactly. Why do you come over to my house and sometimes you disappear for half an hour and you come out all hot and bothered?
And if it
What's happening?
You know what? That would happen with your mate and your sister, and you still wouldn't work it out.
What are they doing in there?
What are they just like?
Hey guys, I want to do some cardio too. You can't come in here.
Fun fact, my
here we
father-
go. Here we
my
go.
father-
Here we
yeah, here we go. My father was actually seeing my auntie for a little bit before he started seeing my mother, but he told my auntie because they went out on a date and it was like, no, this isn't going to work. So honesty was obviously needed there, but yeah.
I just feel like every single Judge Jodie, Abby comes out of the blocks and shocks the pants off all of us.
Yeah.
Every single time.
It's amazing. He's happy. I'm looking forward to the memoirs.
All right, 13, 24, 10. We need some jurors on this one. Is it wrong that they've been seeing each other in secret? So the mate's been seeing the younger sister for 3 months, hasn't said a word about it. 13 24 10, and every caller that gets on air goes in the running for first class and 50K. Let's go to Tiffany. Good morning, Tiffany.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, thank you. Has this happened to you?
Yeah, so I was the younger sister.
Right. So you dated...
So my had a very good friend, and he was actually a really close family friend as well.
Yeah.
We used to have a lot of good parties, obviously, with two older brothers. And, one party we kind of got together, and we didn't really tell anyone for ages. And he'd just come over and we'd sort of hang out and stuff and not really tell anyone. And I think my brother started catching on because he was a bit like, you two are like hanging out a lot. And eventually we sort of were like, actually we're dating. And then we had to tell my mum, which was the hardest part because she knew that I was 5 years younger than him. So she was a bit like, no, you're not old enough.
Yeah.
But I think they all just accepted it after a while.
And where did the relationship go, Tiff?
Well, so we were together for a good couple of years, but I was only 15, turning 16, and he was 20, so it was
right.
Entering a different part of his life and, going off to work and uni and stuff, so we kind of knew it wasn't going to,
pan out.
be able to keep going.
Yeah.
Because I was still in high school and finishing year 11, 12 sort of thing, so...
Okay. All right.
We were friends, and it was a bit awkward for a while. Sort of drifted my brother's friendship apart as well, so that was a bit challenging.
Yeah, I can imagine it would. All right,
That's the tough thing, isn't it? Just you're really testing friendships and relationships there.
Also, a real different stage of life, though, like turning 19, 20, 15, 16.
Yeah.
It's kind of very vastly different. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What are your thoughts on this one?
My thoughts are it's not a threesome. So I just think the sibling is going to have to get used to it. They don't need to be involved in everything. They're allowed to be butthurt, but absolutely embrace it.
Thank God you said it's not a threesome. I was just...
You know what I mean? Intimate relationships, you start, you're sharing things on a deeper level. The sibling's going to be on the outer. They should just be happy for their best mate and their sister that, 3 months in, they've actually found something serious and it hasn't just been a one-night stand.
Yep. That's nice, because you know what? You know what wins out of this? True love.
True love. Exactly right.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Thank you. Also, well done for you for not bringing up my background in Hobart with that conversation. You're showing good restraint, aren't you? You're learning.
Just taking it one day at a time. Wrap this up for us, Danny. Good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
Very well, thanks, Danny. What are your thoughts on this one?
It hasn't happened to me, but I think as long as they tell him the day before the wedding, everything should be good.
That's leaving it fine, but
yeah.
transparency is the key eventually.
Okay, thank you, Danny. You are in the running for first class and 50K as well.
Oh, good stuff. All right, so you've got a decision to make.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to remain where I was at the start of this one, and I just think if you love your brother and if you, and if you love your friend as well, then as long as they're in love and they're happy, then it's really none of your business.
I think what you're trying to say is that true love knows no bounds.
Exactly right.
It doesn't know age groups. It doesn't know, it doesn't discriminate in any capacity.
It certainly doesn't.
All it knows is love.
That's exactly right. That was beautiful from you. That was good. Do you want to jump up on the bench?
I feel sick. I've got a stomach ache. Thoughts on that? 0400 919 919 on the ruling.
Be happy. Be happy for each other. Be happy for the people in your life that you love who have found love together.
All right. Stick to making your ruling there, Judge.
Jodie and Hayesy Ask Us Anything.
Good morning, great man.
Oh, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Starting the week off with some tough questions.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little segment where you like to really just pull the curtains back.
Yeah.
No question is off limits, and you can get involved as well. Breakfast at nova919.com.au.
All right, you ready?
Go, big dog.
All right, let's go. Question number 1 is from Casper from Thorngate. Morning, guys. Would you rather get caught picking your nose in public or picking out a good wedgie in public?
Ooh. Let's do it at the same time on the count of 3. Ready?
Okay, yep.
1, 2, 3.
Wedgie. Yeah, it's definitely wedgie.
Yeah.
Do you know why it's wedgie for me?
Why?
Because it almost got a little bit cool to pick your undies out of your bum off the back of Rafa Nadal.
Oh, yeah.
Every second or third point, he's picking. It's like, geez, for goodness sake, mate, get some
Better
decent
undies.
undies. Yeah.
Wedgie. Because see, the whole wedgie thing doesn't bother me. I've got 3 young girls and they all have a wedgie at any given time. There'll be one of them. That's the odds. 1 in 3 will have a wedgie.
Yeah.
So it's just constant wedgie picking in my house, so it doesn't bother me.
Yep.
Picking your nose, however, when you catch someone doing it at the lights, you're like, oh my God.
It's the best.
And why is it? Why does everyone get in the car, myself included, by myself, and then you go, okay, for whatever
one can see
reason,
me.
I'm in a completely private space to pick my nose. It's where I do my best nose picking. You always get...
Why do people pick their nose in the
I
car?
don't
Is
know.
it boredom at the lights? What is it?
I don't know. There's something in your brain when you're sitting in that position and there's a steering wheel in front of you. It triggers your brain to pick your face.
Yeah, but my question is what do you do with the boogers once you've picked them in your car?
Hayesy, do you flick it out the window? What do you do?
Well, I don't store them. Yeah, I dare say I'd flick them out the window.
You
I
dare
don't-
say, or do you?
Well, I think so.
Well, you know how this morning they've introduced those mobile detection cameras at the lights now. So if you pick up your phone, like when you're at the lights, you can get fined, you know.
They see everything too.
any-
Literally.
Oh, do
everything.
they? So are they going to, can you get fined for picking your nose?
Yeah,
Free demerit points?
Probably.
I'd love it. I'd love an
$2,500 fine for picking your nose.
yeah, a note to come through from the police like, oh my God, here's a big fine. It just says you've been caught picking your nose. No fine, but you're gross.
No fine. But this is a caution for you being disgusting.
Stop being gross.
Well, I bet Casper didn't think we were going to be spending 2.5 minutes talking about picking noses. But
Me either.
our second question is from Phil from Semaphore.
Yeah.
Morning Horse and Jojo. I think he meant Jodie, but he's calling you Jojo.
That's fine.
Where do you both see yourself professionally in 5 years' time?
Gosh. Well, I mean, I hope we're still here.
Yeah.
Like, we're having the time of our lives. I don't want to lose my job.
Yep. Hopefully we're still here.
Hopefully we're still on breakfast, and hopefully we're still doing 7 till 9, not 6 till 9. That's my wish for my future self.
I wouldn't be betting on that one. So for me, yeah, hopefully we're still here. And also, I envision myself in 5 years' time, and I know I'm really going out on a limb here, to be driving a car.
Oh, we can only dream. All of us.
That's the dream.
Particularly your co-host, who has to regularly pick you up from your house and drop you places because you're too tighty to buy a car.
Well, it's not easy. I tried to buy a car the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, 6-week wait.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, that all the more reason to get onto it early.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm a little tired of driving you around.
How good's hindsight, though?
Yeah, it's a good thing, isn't
I
it?
should have got onto that 6 weeks ago.
And I wasn't telling you 6 weeks ago to buy a freaking car.
Anyway.
All right, and our final question.
Hey,
Oh, jeez, I need to get in before you two start fighting. Our final question is from Cara from Croydon. If you had to change one physical attribute about your partner, what would it be?
From your wife.
Car from Croydon. How many cars are there in Croydon? How's it spelt, by the way? With a C or with a C or a K?
C.
Okay, hers is with a K.
Ooh, dodged a bullet there. Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. One thing I'd change about Cara. Do you know what? Cara's got the thickest hair.
Is she?
Like, genuinely so thick.
hang on.
And thank goodness our son got her hair.
Yeah.
So he's got this beautiful thick hair. Our daughter Lottie got my hair. So she's got this beautiful wispy hair.
Oh.
Looking at her right now, it's very wispy.
Yeah.
Do you do that thing? Does Cara do that thing where she puts a little sprout on the top of her 2-year-old head? That's the cutest thing
it's
in the
nice.
world.
Little pigtails on both sides. I
yeah.
just want to squeeze her face.
I know, it's so cute. Isn't it?
So what? It's an unofficial job of mine, but Cara does, I'd say, absolutely everything. That's 99.9% of everything. But what she does do is leave this genuine sort of, sometimes as big as your fist, ball of hair in this soap dispenser every couple of days or so, and it's my job to just put it in the bin. It's not that gross, Sean. That's
It's disgusting.
well, she's got so much hair that it just comes
no,
out.
hair in the shower, foul.
Very, very envious of her.
That's my ick.
Well, based on your reaction now, I'm getting in a lot of trouble at home, so thank you very much.
That's why I dated a man.
That's the sole reason.
Yeah, I don't have to
That
clean hair
reason
out of the
by
shower.
itself, is it?
Oh, that's the only reason, is it, that you're dating a man?
Apparently.
You married a man. You don't like female hair. Wouldn't have thought.
Wow, very specific.
What about you, Jodie? What would you change about Greg?
Oh, I love my husband. I think he's
So
such
you have to change one.
I think he's such
But-
a spunk, though. No, and he's got beautiful blue eyes, and he's got gorgeous hair. He's got gorgeous thick hair as well.
But
I reckon the only thing I'd change that I can think of is he's broken his nose. about 15 times playing. So it's like, it gives his face character, so I don't necessarily want to change it, but I might straighten it up a little.
Yeah, right.
Just straighten her up.
So which do you know how aggressively it is? Like, which side is it pointing?
It sort of it goes to the left a little bit.
Yeah, right.
He's still beautiful. Shut up! Don't call my husband ugly. Why? Why would you do that?
I didn't even know he had a broken nose.
Yeah, he does.
That's all I'm going to be looking at now.
Angela Bishop, the Channel 10's absolute legend that is making an appearance on The Bold and the Beautiful. I need to know what it's like to be on the set.
Jeez, you just assumed it'd be an absolute cat fight, but it's probably lovely.
Who knows? Ange will be able to tell us.
A Schnitting Me returns as well, so a chance to win a $100 voucher to the Schnitt House because someone is going to be telling a solid lie.
Someone's going to be telling the truth. You just have to guess who's saying what, and then you win a $100 Schnitt House voucher.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy the week because the Thunderbirds won. You!
That really sets up your week, doesn't it?
Really does.
Unbelievable stuff.
You wait till they lose. You're going to see what I'm like then.
Great. Please win, girls. Come on. Here if you need.
This is Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.